Hello guys, welcome to my channel Basic Joys of Code. Today we are going to learn about HTML. We all know that HTML is a foundation course for web designing and development. To design a website, it works like a skeleton. Now let's see a brief introduction about HTML. Here I don't want to make a extra and a long introduction of HTML because to complete a web designing we need to go very fastly. So here I want to give very less and quick and very important introduction of HTML. If you want to become a web designer, you need to learn HTML5, CSS3, Bootstrap 4, JavaScript and jQuery, some basics of Photoshop. So now let's see about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language means linking between two pages or linking between two documents. Here we are using HTML for designing websites. Now let's see the structure of HTML. To write a code, especially HTML, we have many platforms like Notepad, Sublime Text 3, blah blah blah. But I wanna suggest you guys to use Sublime Text 3 because it is a latest version of Notepad. Advanced version of Notepad. Of course it is latest also, but comparing with Notepad, Sublime Text 3 is a little advanced. So I'm suggesting you guys to use Sublime Text 3. If you want to download Sublime Text 3, I will provide link in description. Go and download and let's start the coding. Here we're going to see the structure of basic HTML. This is a Sublime Text 3. Here we need to write the code. To write a code, we need a new page. For that, click Ctrl+N on your PC. Ctrl+N for a new page. Now here we want to save the page. For that you need to click Ctrl+S. This untitled page is a new page of Sublime Text 3. We need to save this page. For that we need to go on your PC, go to the, I will tell you, Ctrl+S, click Ctrl+S. Yes. My computers will open. I am saving here desktop HTML learning folder. Here you need to remember we need to save all HTML codes with .html extension. Suppose here I'm saving lesson 1 .html. So here we saved our file has .html extension. So here I saved lesson 1.html. Not only this, what are the code we did, we need to save as lesson 1. With the .html extension. File name you can give whatever you want, but you must use .html extension. Okay, here we go code. The structure of basic HTML. I am writing the code. Document type. HTML. Again HTML. We need to close this tag. Inside this HTML, we need to open head. Again, we need to close this head element. Just give a slash, it will complete. Again, inside the head, we need to write a title tag. I'm just giving slash, that's it. It will complete by itself because it is a advanced version of Notepad. So that's why I have suggested you to use this. So below the head element, you need to open body. If you see this structure, this is the basic HTML structure. Let me tell what this structure will define. Document type HTML. Document type HTML element is a declaration defines this document to be HTML. And HTML. If you see this, here we open tag, here we closed. In HTML, for every tag, we need to close, and some of the tags doesn't have close tags. In upcoming classes, we will come to know much. But as per now, you just see the structure and don't worry if you won't understand. In upcoming classes, really you're going to learn something else, like something else. Now let's see. This HTML element. HTML element is the root element of HTML page. This HTML element is the root element of the HTML page. And now let's see about head element. Head element contains meta information about the document. It's kind of links, something. The design related links you will see in upcoming classes. Now just listen. And title. Title element specifies a title for the document. Suppose are you doing a project on quotations, you can specify the quotation title like that. Head means we already discussed. Head element contains meta information about the document. That means it contains all links like image links, site links, whatever it may be, any links it will contain. Now we have to see the main element, body element, because what are the content you write inside the body that is going to be execute, that is going to be visible. So body element contains visible content. So hope you have understood the document type HTML, head, title, body. This is the basic structure of HTML. If you see document type, again I will repeat, document type is a declaration that the document is to be HTML. HTML is a root. Head contains meta information like links, what are the links you want to use inside your project, that all links it will contain head. And title, it will give you a specify name for your project. Body is a very important element, that what are the code you write inside the body that going to be execute and that going to be appear on the page. So I hope you guys you have understood very well. If you have any doubts, you just comment me in the comment section. I will clear it may any kind of doubt I will clear. We have seen the basic HTML structure. Now let's see our code. Let's write our first code on HTML. I hope you understood here itself. Here every tag contains a close tag. Suppose a HTML tag contains here a close tag. Here head tag contains here one close tag. Title contains close tag. Body contains close tag. In HTML, maximum all tags had close tags, but very few tags doesn't have close tags. In upcoming classes we are going to learn very clearly. Now let's write a first code. As we discussed, we need to put links inside the head. We no need to put any links here. We no need to use, so I'm just leaving here. We need to give any specific name. So this is our first class and our first code, right? So I'm giving first code as a title. So our page title is first code. I already told you what are the content you write inside the body that is going to be executed. So we have to write any code inside the body only. So here we have to write the code. Here I'm going to introduce you heading tags. In HTML we have 6 heading tags. Each heading tags again has one close tag. Now let's see. We have 6 heading tags, that is h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6. First, now let's see about h1. Inside the h1 tag, I am writing the code hello world. If you see here, h1 is the open, again h1 here we closed. So this is the content, this is the tags. We have closed, we have opened and we have closed. Inside the open and close we have written the code. We have written the content. This is the content. Here inside the tag, like between open and close tag, we have written content. Now let's see h2 also. So we have written 6 heading tags. Every heading tag has an ending tag. This is open tag, this is close tag. Between open and close tag we have written the content, if you see here. So I will run this. You will come to know the difference between h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6. To run this code you need to click on right click, click on open browser. Now see the output. Here h1 tag contains